Father Matthew Wallace.
Now, many of you here tonight will know that Cain and Abel and Hampstead Heath are Cockney rhyming slang. Cain and Abel means table, thank you very much, and Hampstead Heath, teeth. Well done. We're glad to welcome tonight a large group of Cockney worshippers to Evensong, and it is to them that I wish to address my sermon. I want to tell you a story. A long time ago, in the days of the Israelites, there lived a poor man. He had no trouble and strife. She had run off with a tea leaf some years before. He now lived with his eldest, bricks and mortar, Mary. And being very short of bees and honey, and unable to pay the Burton-on-Trent, he was tempted to go forth into the Bristol city to see what he could half-inch. He would say to Mary, his bricks and mortar, "I'll take a bowl of chalk into the town and buy some tobacco for my cherry ripe." And he would put on his almond rocks and his dicky dirt and his roundly houses and set off down the Frog and Toad until he reached the outskirts of the Bristol. And people would stare at him, for his dicky dirt was torn, his howdy-doos were full of holes, and his coat was very Westminster Abbey. He was also somewhat unclean, being too poor to purchase any Cape of Good Hope. His bushland peck was extremely 230. And people passed by on the other side to avoid the pen and ink. He was truly an ugly man. His north and south drooped, his mince pies were watery, and he had a big red, I suppose. One day, his bricks and mortar gave him some money, saying, "Here's a saucepan lid, go and buy food, a loaf of Uncle Fred, and a pound of stand at ease. But do not tarry in the town, and bring me back what is left of the money, for I need to buy myself some new underwear. I need a new pair of early doors. My current ones are full of holes, and I'm in a continual George Raft." But instead of returning with the bees and honey for his bricks and mortar's early doors, he made his way to the rub-a-dub for a tumble down the sink, and he indulged himself freely on the bottle. And he became very Elephant's Trunk and Mozart, and when the landlord of the rub-a-dub called Bird Lime, the man set off back towards his cat and mouse, reeling about all over the Frog and Toad, and drunkenly humming a stewed prune. And it came to Khyber Pass that, as he staggered along, he saw, on the pavement, a small brown Richard III. He stared at it, lying there at his plates of meat. He said, "Oh, small brown Richard III, how lucky I didn't step on you." And he picked it up, and he put it on top of a wall where nobody could step on it. Then, a rich 4x2-inch merchant, who had witnessed the deed, put his hand in his sky rocket, pulled out a Lady Godiva, giving it to the man, saying, "I saw you pick up that Richard III and remove it from the pavement, and that was a kindly act. Take this Lady Godiva for your froth and bubble." The man took it and went on his way, and the Richard III flew back to his nest. When the man arrived home, his daughter was sitting by the Jeremiah on her favourite Lionel Blair, and she arose angrily and said, "Once again you come home all Elephant's Trunk and Mozart. You have spent all the money I gave you, and now I cannot have my new pair of early doors. Neither can I have wine as you do." And the man said, "Fear not, for here is a Lady Godiva, which I earned by a kindly act." And the woman was overjoyed, saying, "Thank you, Father. Now I can have my new pair of early doors. Verily, that kindly act has ensured that I have more than enough to cover my bottle and glass." Thank you.